All right, we're officially live. Welcome again to the Cambridge Global Community. Good day, everyone. And today we're having an AMA session with SharpEconomy, and we're really excited to have Mahesh Jan here with us today. He's the founder of SharpEconomy, which is building something pretty cool. You know, a digital ecosystem that actually rewards people for real participation. I'm talking about learning new things, contributing to the community, and basically just being actively engaged, all powered by the Sharp token. So today we want to dig into the big picture here. What's like the vision behind SharpEconomy, how it's actually work day to day, where Mahesh and his team sees things going next month in a few years ahead. So, Mahesh, thank you for joining us again. It's awesome to have you here today with us. How you doing?
Good. Thank you, Oscar, for having me in Global Reach Global. Thank you for having me here.
All right. Before we start with the host question, is there like any of your team member here with us that would like to join us so that I can, spot them and unmute them as well?
Yeah, sure. I think Rohit, there's few members. Rohit, you want to post the names who's here joining us? Maybe Phil, is Phil here?
They can raise up their hand and I can see
Okay.
them.
Rohit, let Phil know, and anybody can join from our team.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I didn't catch what you said. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, Oscar, they will reach out to you. They will raise their hands.
All right. Let's begin. Let's begin. I'm just gonna start by. All right. Let's jump right in. So, Mahesh, for folks who might be hearing about SharpEconomy for the first time, how would you explain the what you build in a way that basically easy to get, easily to understand? Just give us a brief introduction about the Sharp token, how you're connected to it, what made you just start the project in the first place, and basically what you guys are aiming to solve in the crypto industry.
Sure. Everybody, thank you, and thank you for having me here. My name is Mahesh Chand, and my background is programming. I've been programming for almost 25 plus years now. And when you think of this whole internet, how the internet is built, how the web is built, you have to look at the major contributions. You will see that most people who built the internet are actually, they're just builders. Okay. They did not start saying, oh, I'm going to build an internet. I'm going to build a, GitHub or these platforms. They just wanted to solve some problems. But over the years, what has happened is that businesses have taken more benefit and advantage from people's work. Look at any open source project there. Linux is there. You can look at the history of the whole open source ecosystem. You will see people who have built these platforms and technologies, they got less benefit, and corporations got more benefits. And that's how most these businesses are built in Web 2, right? We call it corporate world. So when I've been working in this, I'm in the US here, I've been working with these enterprises. What I realize is that a lot of people in this world, they do good work, right? They do good job. They help others, and they don't get benefit from it. And I know some people, they've been contributing to the communities, helping others, speaking for 30 years. They get nothing from from the enterprises. So back in the day when I started C Sharp Corner, the idea was to build a platform where everybody can contribute and learn and share. And that's the C Sharp Corner. So now we are in the, I have always thought in my mind is that so many people are contributing to C Sharp Corner. How do we reward them? Like if somebody is writing code and sharing on C Sharp Corner and 10,000 people downloaded that code, how can we help them? Not just give them the points and tokens, points and and promote them, but also how can they benefit from it? Because I've seen a bunch of my friends, they're like, they have been contributing for years, and now they're ready to retire and they have nothing. So that is where these idea come from, is that it came from several years ago, that what if we build this platform where every contributor start earning something? And that's really Web3 is. Web3 is not about launching a token and make money from it. Web3 is building economies where every participate, every user can own a piece of that economy. That is what Web3 is, right? When you look at Web1 was 1995 when internet was launched and started. In Web1, you would just share some text, some images with other people through links. That was Web1. Then Web2 came, where Web1 was read only, right? Web1 was read only. Then Web2 came where it's read and write. So in Web2, we can read and write. We can go to social media platforms. We can go to a website. We can post blogs. We can, upload videos. We can upload photos. But in Web2, everything is still centralized, right? Everything is controlled by these companies or businesses or owners. And that's what Web3 separates. Web3 is read, write, and own. In other words, look at YouTube right now. So YouTube right now, you can upload a video. If you get a lot of views and likes, you can make some money. But YouTube as a company still controls you. They can decide whatever they want. They can make any rules they want.
Right,
And that's the
right.
difference between Web2 and Web3. Web3 is where people, users, contributors are also the owners. They're also the decision makers. They're also they're also the one who are creating these rules. So that's really how we started the whole Sharp economy, that we will build a platform that is for Web2, helping migrate Web2 communities and businesses to Web3, but give them all the platform and tools they need.
Yeah, that's amazing, and that's pretty understandable. One thing that really stands out about the shop is basically how it rewards learning and genuine contribution, uh, instead of just hype and speculation, obviously. But what makes you confident really and early on that this approach could actually grow and scale?
What make me confident is because the it's not just me, it's millions of people are struggling. You look at GitHub, you look at the social media, people are leaving Facebook. The reason they're realizing is that they're spending their lot of time. Not only these platform manipulate your brain and mind, it's waste your time. So for your contributions, doesn't matter if you're on any platform like GitHub or LinkedIn or Instagram, every time you're posting, they're manipulating you and it's bad for your brain, right? So there is a need for the future where if I'm joining a platform, it's a social platform, I'm learning it, I'm doing gamified it, but it shouldn't be at least taking me into the wrong direction. And that's what direction we are going into. And we have seen that people are frustrated. They're looking for new venues. They're looking for new places. And new generation also, if you look at the younger generation, many of you guys here, they don't just want to be a part of platform. They want it to be meaningful. They want it to be also feel like you are being rewarded for your contributions. So I don't think it's my confidence. I think it's a need. It's a need of this younger generation that if they are a part of something, they want to feel like they are not only recognized, but also being rewarded and also owning a piece of it.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. I just want to clarify something. Can you walk us through regarding your security perspective? Basically, how you guys are protecting the community's funds and from basically from fraudulent activities and all that.
Yeah, so we have a very strong, DAO kind of. We have not formed fully DAO yet because we are in early stage, but we have a proposal for DAO. That's what we will be eventually having. Even right now, the way the tokens are secure is We have obviously using latest technology. We remember we are tech people. Myself involved in several blockchain projects for several years, right? I was start working in 2016, advised a couple of big blockchain tokens publicly traded. So a couple of tokens reached billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar market cap that time. So we have on our team we have people who come from security. We have people from blockchain who have built their own protocols and layers. We have on our team and advisors some of the CTOs from top chains. They're already L1 chains. Obviously, I'm not going to name them, but behind the scene. So we have a good group of tech people. Um, so it's not just about that two guys started in a project in a basement. I myself has 25 plus years of experience working with enterprise, building high scale secure enterprise level systems. I'm a former Microsoft regional director. I'm MVP. I have written programming books. So when it comes to security, we have taken all the measures, and obviously we are multi country, so even our multi sig wallets are being created. They are in different locations, different countries, if you want to go more detail into that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. You've had tens of thousands of wallets and millions of transactions so far. That's really impressive as well. But what's something that you've learned from that growth that maybe surprised you at the start?
So we launched this as a very small POC. We have an app called Sharp Rewards app, and the purpose of Rewards app was that, hey, let's launch this small use case. And we only plan that to launch to the colleges and
Fascinating.
universities. But I guess some people find out outside of colleges. Now we are seeing that 80 years old, 19-year-olds grandma are using our apps because they want to walk and they want to take quizzes. There are in the US older people who are 65 plus. Some people have retired. They love the quizzes, challenges, brain exercises. We never expected that. We thought this app is only for the younger people who are in college, but we are finding it very interesting, and so we are pivoting now. We are creating more brain exercise and growth exercise, and because um, and I'll give you so many stories that one person installed this app and somehow see they were playing a game or doing a quiz and their grandma find out, and now grandma is addicted to it. So we have seen those lot of use cases. Now challenge with us is now we have multiple types of users, different kind of users. We have people in villages in India because we launch a small prototype, two people find out, and it's kind of grow its own organically, and now everybody's using it. The one of the challenge now we ran into is because it grew so quickly that our utility is not built. It means you're earning these tokens, but where can you spend them? End of the day, they should be able to spend the tokens. So now we are building the utility, partnering with different companies where they can spend their tokens as reward tokens. Oscar?
Yeah, sorry, my mic was having a little bit trouble. So, also, have you basically how do you guys see the value of the token evolving as the ecosystem keeps growing?
Yeah, so the value of the token is all about supply and demand, right? That's it all comes to. It's not about hype. It's not about how much marketing we can do. Obviously, marketing helps because more people know about it. Obviously, um, talking to like AMAs like this helps a lot. More people know it. But end of the day, the value of the token in long term grows the way how it's all supply and demand. So what we are doing is we are more focused on building the product and utility where somebody really wants to use our token. And give you an example, on C Sharp Corner, our goal is we are launching, integrating this token with C Sharp Corner, where if you want to learn AI training, AI is hard now, right? So C Sharp Corner, if you look at our platform, we have millions of users, and all they do is learn and contribute, and that's what they do. So if you want to learn AI, you want to build AI agents, you go to the site, you buy training, and you can spend the token there, or you don't have token, you buy the token and then spend on the buying training and products. So we have training certifications. We are also working on integrating with internships and jobs. So our biggest goal on one platform, C Sharp Corner, is if a company is going to hire their next software developer or freelancer, they will be paying in the tokens. So, and then in US, just to give you an idea, when company hires, they pay from somewhere from 30,000 plus dollars per person, per employee when they hire new employee to these, companies like ours, who can help them, recruit the new employee. Same thing applies to freelancers. So that is where we are heading to. Besides these number of wallets we are creating, users are using our app. That's really very fraction amount of the tokens giveaways. It's not really where our main token growth will come from. This is good to have people are using it. This is giving us good traction. It's giving us good different new ideas how to people can use the token, are using the token. But real growth will come from when I can go on a platform and buy, here is $50 worth of training, mentorships. I hire somebody. That's where I'll be spending tokens. And that's just one example. And there's multiple examples. Our goal is to bring multiple businesses to use this token. Remember, we are trying to market. Our goal is migrating Web 2 to Web 3. So if there's a Web 2 business and they want to use token, that's what we are building here.
Right. That's understandable as well. I like the fact that you were being transparent and fluent in your speech, and basically I like the fact that you were transparent in everything, and it's really what the community is looking forward to, and what creates a lot of connections and trust also within the project and the community, which is really amazing. So moving on to my next question. uh, a lot of participation-based ecosystems, they off basically started with really strong intentions, but as more users join and incentive become more valuable, it can get harder to keep rewards aligned with the genuine effort. So, from the sharp economy perspective, how are you guys thinking about maintaining fairness basically as the platform grows, and how do you tell the difference between meaningful contributions and activities that just done to early rewards, and basically what kind of guardrails have you put in place to protect that system over the long term, even if it means that growth looks slower or less flashy in the early stages?
Great question. It's very long. It has multiple questions in one big
Sorry
question.
about that. I just
No worries.
needed to get out.
So let's see if I can follow all of the above. Um, yeah, so the one of the question you ask is that how do we, like, there's a lot of tokens. I agree with you. There is a lot of tokens, and Pi is one of them. Like Pi start giving away every reward for mining I don't know, 6 million or 20, so many million, 200, who knows the number. 20 million people start mining. They have so much unlocked tokens in market. Everybody starts selling and dumping, and now price is crashing. There are a lot of play to earn tokens. There's a lot of walk to earn, move to earn tokens. But what these tokens are missing is they only have one side. Let's take an example, play to earn. You are playing to earn, and then maybe you're using the tokens in a game. That's fine. But end of the day, if I'm playing to earn, I want to sell it. Same thing with the move to earn. There's token move to earn. There are big ones out there. They're down 99%. What they do, more you earn, more you move, more you earn. And you can then spend the token, blah, blah. That's one way. This is only earning the tokens. That's one part. In our case, we are building utilities where not only you are earning by contributions, you also have utilities out there on the platform where you can spend, and these utilities are the everyday problems. They're not just like a, oh, let me just, get something for fun. For example, C Sharp Corner, I want to give back to you that people are earning very small there, but when they spend, they're going to spend a lot because people spend a lot of money on their trainings, their certifications, their careers, because everybody spend money on their career, right? Because that gives you a better job. That gives me a better job. So every year, look at software developers in the US, they spend every year somewhere $4,000 to $8,000 training themselves, right? So if they are on our platform learning and they are earning say $50 worth of tokens, but on our platform they're spending hundreds of dollars. End of the day, we are not only we are getting new customer and user and engagement, but they're also spending more money. Token just becomes more like a almost like a reward of engagement and get them back. So if it's no different than you going to one of those stores in the US, we have something called, let's take an example of Kohl's. Kohl's, what they do every time you go there purchase, they'll give you 20% back. That you can spend next time you go visit. So now they bring you're going. Sometimes people go back because to spend those rewards because they expire, and so that's kind of concept we are building. Our every utility has a spending features. So if you are in our app or you are on our any partner who is rewarding you the tokens, we have also make sure that we are building these very strong spend to grow utilities where you can have growth by spending that token. So token becomes a way to bring you back, get more engaged, spend more money. So that's one. I think that was one question you had. Sorry, I forgot other question. There were too many. Hopefully this makes sense. So we are not just, what I'm saying is the reward part of the token is very small in case the amount it will bring back is low. And every partner who's going to give these tokens away, it's not like anybody cannot just go and earn these tokens. You have to do something for that. In other words, you have to have meaningful contributions. So if you are on a C Sharp corner, you are uploading a video, you are earning the tokens. The uploading a video, the video content, the views, that has value. In other words, you're already making some money somehow to that platform. So it's just not doing, we don't reward people for just liking a post. You have to do something, right? And that is meaningful.
Yeah, I agree with that. Could you walk us through how participation inside the sharp economy ultimately, creates sustainable demands for the token and the wider ecosystem as well? And over time, what are like the most important signs or metrics the community should pay attention to in order to like know the model in is know that the model is working as intended and not basically just to benefit from the short-term attention or hype as well.
Yeah, so I'll quickly walk through is, let's say if you look at our tokenomics, right? Tokenomics plays major role. Um, a lot of our tokens are for community to earn, right? And it's earned over the years. It's not unlocked. There's no fixed unlock amount that regardless of, like a lot of tokens, they say, oh, 8% we're gonna release no matter what. I don't believe in that kind of economy, and the reason is simple. People gamify it, as you said, because all people are doing is earning, earning, earning. Our case is if there has to be enough contributions made to unlock that tokens, right? So that's how our economy works. Is you have to have so many. If you're writing an article, if you're posting a video, if you are speaking at a conference, if you are doing all these things that bring this much value, then that many tokens are unlocked. Okay, so that's one part is kind of creating us this sustainable economy. And number two is if you are a business, we are highly incentivizing you for discounts and when you use the tokens. So that's another part in our case. And then what other you ask? I think I need to start writing your questions. You're What other you asked? Oh, how the participation works? I'll give you an example. Say if you are on a platform like let's say take Sharp Rewards app. You are in Sharp Rewards app. You there go there and you start taking in the Sharp Rewards app. We have quizzes. We have these quests. So if you take a quest, let's say quest is about what is Web3, and they're all learning quests, and we are using AI behind the scene. So in other words, coming time, depending on who you are in our app, you will see different quests. For example, if you are a farmer, you will see quests around farming. So it's interesting. If you are in Philadelphia here and you love Eagles and Eagles just lost or won a game, you're going to see a quiz about that. So when you do all these things, um, taking example quest, you're learning something. When you learn, there is a challenge quiz at the bottom. You have to pass that answer to earn the tokens. You cannot just go and earn the tokens. Now, let's say you learn about what is Web3. Now you learn, you took the challenge, you passed it, now you earn tokens. Now we have a badge on your profile saying, oh, this person knows about Web3. So we are using same approach on C Sharp Corner. Anything you do, we are putting all your contributions or your learning or your experience on chain. So everything is going on your chain, on your profile. And the reason we are doing is that when somebody wants to hire or want to work with you or want to even talk to you for whatever reason, they can look at your profile and they will exactly know what you do. There's a proof of that. There's a proof of that on chain. So we are putting in, I'll switch back to C Sharp Corner for in quickly. In C Sharp Corner, our goal is to we are building a platform where I can look at a profile and I'll exactly know what this person is. Because every time you read, you take a quiz, we are putting a badge, putting on chain. So now I know this person read this. This person took a quest, questions, answer question. They got certified on this. They spoke at this conference. Anything you do, we are putting all your skills, your experience, your reputation on chain, even your community activities on chain. Why it's important? This is very important in the world of AI because 2 years down the road, it will be hard for any me to hire somebody. I wouldn't know if they have done this or have they written this code. Did they do this work or is AI did that? We don't know that. But we are now putting all your work on chain. So now verification is very easy for a business. So in other words, you look at our workflow and how we are designing these products. There is always a verifiable proof and meaningful contributions rather than just create a hype and bring thousands of users doing nonsense stuff and just earning the tokens. So we are here in long term. It's a long sustainable product solving some of the real world problems. We are not really trying to here saying, okay, here's the token, let's don the token, create a hype, jump up and down, and then just make money from it. That's not the point here. Point is how are we using the technology like blockchain and AI and tokenization to solve some of the world's real problems. And that's what really we are focusing on.
Totally understand, get that a lot. How have you guys basically designed the onboarding and learning journey so new users understand how to contribute without feeling lost or pressured? This question basically is for new users and people who aren't really into the space and they just want to contribute to a project and don't really know how to. So, and once people are past that early stage, what keeps them basically coming back for more growing inside the ecosystem instead of just dropping off after the first rewards?
So yeah, I mean the giant journey because we have experience. So we are building these new, like even for hackathons, for example, we are doing a lot of hackathons in India, right? We partner with Hack India. Hack India is one of C Sharp initiatives. So when we go there, obviously there's platform, but there's also a component of educating them. That's one part. Second part is our products is now all gamified. So if you look at, there's so many apps out there that you can, like Duolingo, for example, there's a game, right? Duolingo is designed the way that any kid can start learning. So we are following that similar pattern. And because of AI and all these LLMs and amazing stuff they do, if more you tell these products we're building, more related content you will get learning. So for example, if you sign up and say, you start doing something with AI or Web3, whatever, you are going to get those more content. So that's kind of how we are building these platforms. Some are in early stage, some are already being launched. So again, we are tech people. We have built products and software, and also we are in a heavily working with these college students, and all in tech, right? All are software developers. We do hacker. For example, Hack India. We did last year 150 universities. We have 25 hackers build different kind of apps and products. So what we are doing right now is we are picking the right people from these colleges and universities and giving them our challenges, and they are earning tokens. Again, contribute to earn, right? Oh, here is a 10,000 tokens for anybody who build this app for this purpose. So we are asking these hackers to build these apps for us. So now, rather than spending a lot of money on building these products, we are using tokens for that. And when these students build the product, we're saying build for yourself rather than me telling you what to build. What would you like to use as an app? That's what these students are building. So rather than we driving that, a lot of this idea is coming from the users themselves, and that's how we are building these user journeys, including the learning how to earn tokens. And a lot of these ideas actually are coming from the communities. Even C Sharp Corner, the whole tokenization, how token will be earned and spent, all came from communities. We didn't say like, I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to launch a token. They all came from communities. We already had and have a large community of software developers. So that's the benefit with us, that we are not trying to build a new community, right? Sure, new community will be from our token side. We are getting more users, new users, but from the tech side, we already have a very strong community.
Right. I just want to clarify something again. Uh, Aside from the T-shirt for your merchandising, are there any other basically more merchandising you guys have already done about your project?
Yeah, we are testing it. We are testing the different products in the app store, right? But goal is to launch more and more product in coming time. This was again very early. So many people signed up. We didn't have enough product, right? We didn't expect the 80,000 people to sign up and start earning and say, send a T-shirt, right? So we
Right.
just launched
Sure.
as a test product. It became so viral. Now we are over. We are behind the whole especially the product side. But the idea is build something within the app where they can spend these tokens on their growth also, right? So that part we are building right now. But yes, we have already launched some merch and they are very popular.
Yeah. That these are the kind of stuff that a lot of people want to hear regarding merchandising, because a lot of projects with really great potential haven't really thought of that. Basically, even if they thought of it, they haven't really put it into action, and it's really an important role and part of a project, which is really amazing. And I like the fact about you guys. So moving ahead to our next question, how do you guys like gather uh, and act on the community's feedback when it comes to adjusting rewards, contribution standards, or new features? Can you basically share an example of how the community input has already influenced the direction of the ecosystem, and basically you balance that feedback with staying true with the long term vision?
Yeah, so As far as the product goes, we have to understand one thing, that Sharp Economy and Sharp Platform and Sharp Rewards are one product. They are just one part of this thing. Then there is something, partners like C Sharp Corner. So if C Sharp Corner is building a product and features, they work with their own communities, right? Even though I'm involved in both, but that's if there's third party comes, for example, another company comes, I'm not going to name them. They already have their users, how they build the product. We just provide them the platform, the token, the support for the rewards and token side. So that we have to distinguish that. Um, how we do product delivery and development and get feedback on C Sharp, that's pretty standard. We have something called MVPs. We select these top members from the community. Every year they get rewarded, they get awards, they get votes. They are also part of our votes on any decision making. So that part we have already been doing for last 15 years, 20 years, right? Same model we are trying to implement in Sharp Rewards now. Sharp Rewards means Sharp Economy. Sharp Economy is being young. We are still trying to figure out, but we are putting these are top tier users. For example, if you are one of the users on Sharp Rewards app who have referred 100 plus people, you become ambassador now. If you become ambassador, we are going to reach out to you, and then you start participating in your feedback, giving feedback. So it's hard to listen to every user because there's so much feedback, and company can be overwhelmed. So what we're doing is we are using the tiered approach. So same thing, we launch brand ambassadors, Sharp Economy brand ambassadors. In each college there's two people, so we get these people involved. We are getting feedback. For example, if we have to design a t-shirt, we have to design even a goodies, what goodies they want. All the feedback we get from people. So our rewards, goodies, and merch are different for US and different from India and other. If we go to other country, they'll be different because the need and the users are asking different things there. So it's all coming from the community. Same thing applies to features. If there's features coming in, we are taking those features, we are putting in our backlog, then we review it. Okay, which one we can launch quickly, which one is going to take a lot of time, which one going to take, logistics, the operations, all that combined. But yeah, goal is end of the day, even if you're contributing, giving an idea, you will be earning the token. That's the whole idea with tokenization, is this Sharp Economy, is that you become a part of this for long term, and you're one of the ambassadors. I hope this answers your question.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Thanks for the clarification. You know, I wanted to ask again, if the Sharp Economy enters a phase where rewards were significantly reduced, what like behavior would you still expect from the community, and which part of the ecosystem are intentionally built to survive and stay valuable even without constant external rewards?
And that's a great question, right? That's amazing question, because that's where a lot of tokens are dying. I see them all the time, right? Okay, look at I think there's token in near ecosystem. It's a move to earn token. I forgot its name. Initially, they were giving a lot of rewards, and people were using
Sweat
a lot.
economy.
Sweat economy, right? So Rohit said. So they were giving rewards, and a lot of people are using it, but now rewards are meaningless. Like they're worth like 0.1 cent. Like, do I really care of 1 cent? These economies are not sustainable. If you are building something to just earn, and just that's the motivation, you cannot, they're not sustainable. I'm telling you, because that's where a lot of crypto projects fail, because crypto people go, oh, here's a new token launch, they invest in it, they make money, they leave to the new token. So these we can call crypto community. We can call crypto as a community. That's great, amazing. But a lot of crypto people are actually not community. They are just opportunists, right? Community really means that you are in there for not just for money, but also the purpose. And in our case, what we are doing is we are building real utilities. So regardless of this token is there or not, if you are a C Sharp Corner member, you're going to spend money on training, certification, and jobs. So users are already there. They are going to do these activities regardless. Token is just incentivized to do more and do compete and much better and do faster. This is the fuel. This is not the main. This is not the main purpose. Same thing if you are in Sharp Rewards app. You don't come. Sure, the token gets you in the door. It gets you addicted in the beginning, but end of the day, once you start using it, you're like, oh, you know what, this is really helping me. I'm more healthier today by learning, taking quizzes. I am more smarter today. I am more sharper today by doing these things. So any any partner we are going to bring as a part of Sharp Economy, they have to have a purpose, utility, and for solving real problems. So, answer your question. Uh, if token rewards are reduced, first of all, they will not be that insignificant. If there will be more meaningful contributions towards that. For example, if you are posting a video on C Sharp Corner, and let's say video is making C Sharp Corner $3, $5, whatever it is, it's in other words, there's a value already there. So reward will always be there. We are going to take that money and buy tokens, right? Token will be put back in the treasury and all rewarded again. So because there's most tokens, I think the question is most tokens, they fail because they don't have a revenue model. So there's no way they can put money back in the economy. In our case, most of the partners we will have, they're real businesses making real money. They have real revenue model. That's why it's different.
Yeah, that's I understand. I understand. So, I think this is gonna be my last question. Before we open the floor for the community to ask theirs as well. But before that, I'm also going to um take one question on Twitter, and then leave the community to ask their question live. So, when building the, I'm trying to put this together because this is a very question that I was just thinking about. So, when building Sharp Economy, you likely started with a certain assumption about how people would learn and contribute and basically behave inside a participation driven system. So as the ecosystem has grown, what's one core assumption that didn't play out the way you expected, and how did that realization change the way you designed the platform, and what did it teach you about building sustainable community driven economies? Did you get
So
the question?
far, yeah, I think your question is what we have learned so far, what changed, and what didn't work as we expected, right? Is that the
Yeah,
question?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the question.
So we are very early stage, as said, when it comes to our product and maturity, we are at a very early stage. Um, there are always struggles when you launch a new product, and I think what I'm learning, most of the things is I'm disappointed more from the crypto side rather than the project side. The crypto side means the crypto world. Crypto world means the exchanges, the market makers, the liquidity providers. This world is so flawed and very selfish, I would say. So when you launch a token, unless your token has, you go to, so let's say you talk to exchange. First of all, and I'm not talking about really user side. I'm talking about more. You go talk to exchange. It's really hard to talk to them. Number one. Number two, when you talk to them, first thing they look at how it's helping them, which is nothing wrong with that. But um, unless and that's why there's a lot of memes tokens and all being launched on exchanges because they see direct quick benefit from there. There's a lot of transactions, they make money and they hype things up. So that is one of my really disappointment in this whole Web3 world, is that There are few exchanges that are trying to solve that problem. Coinbase, saying that they are very transparent, all those things. But there are still most exchanges. So that was one of my disappointment, big time, when I got deeply involved in this. Then other thing we learned from our side is that, especially in the US, and people are getting good and better at it, that crypto is still not as a common thing here. Maybe some countries it is, same thing with India. Crypto, a lot of people still see as a fraud. They still see as a quick making money scheme. They don't understand that this is actually solving a real problem, and it's hard to convince them. But the good part with us is, to be honest, we have enough pipeline of partners. We have enough users. That I think we are good until next year or two. Things will gonna get better because more and more people are learning crypto every day. US is very pro crypto now. You see the news, I'm sure, every day. India is getting better. I see positive news every day coming from India. Those are at least in our big three markets are Asia, India, which is India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, those South Asia, then US, and then Europe. So then we learn from that. There's issues. Obviously, is this part is when we go talk to somebody like, yeah, it's crypto, then they don't even listen. But to be honest, they are very obvious challenges. I don't see them as it wasn't really something surprise. What I'm surprised with a lot is that you talk to like, for perfect example, you talk to even crypto industry. They don't even, a lot of these people are in crypto. They are marketers, they are PR agencies, they are lawyers. They don't even accept crypto. They will say, oh, we only accept USDT and US dollars. Well, if everybody keeps saying that, there is a challenge to grow the crypto world, because we say that we are crypto, but then we don't accept that. It's a big challenge. And until we, means the whole community, start believing in it, it's really a slow progress. And that's what we are seeing.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, guys, I think it's time for the community question. But before that, don't forget, guys, to engage in the community and follow all the platforms. It's already there in the post below. So I'm just gonna take one question from X, and then we can we can open the floor for the community. So I got this question from Liam. I think it's Gray Liam from Twitter. He was asking what real world problems did SharkEconomy set out to solve, and how has that vision evolved ever since launch?
I think we have already answered this question, right? We are more focusing on utility token, reward token, any communities that the biggest problem we are solving is, if it's we are building this for web 2. Our message is that we are migrating web 2 businesses to web 3. A lot of challenge. I've been web 2 my whole life, right? I build enterprise systems, I launch companies, I launch startups. Biggest problem with a existing web 2 company is that they don't understand blockchain, a lot is complexity. Running blockchain is hard. Building products is hard. Tokenization is complex. Launching token is a new world. And they don't have experts, also developers on their staff to build and run. It's another project for them, and big project. What problem we are solving is that, hey, if you are a Web2 company, you want to tokenize your users and members or customers, we will come in, we will give you all the tech you need, the platform, the token, all that. We will support you all that. You just have to integrate and bring your users to start using Sharp token. So that is the biggest problem really we are solving. Think of this, so far in crypto world, most of L1 chains and L2 chains, they're all building infrastructure, right? You gotta think L1 chains has like railroads. L2 chains are like maybe bridges and roads, making it faster and scalable. But there's nobody focusing on building like stations and bringing users to these trains. We are almost like L3 platform, where we are, rather than saying, oh, everybody come to us, in join, we are saying we'll come to you. You have the users already. We will help you build and use our platform and start using Sharp as the token behind it. That's what we are doing.
Right. Um, thanks for the answer, and I hope you got it as well if he's here. I think guys, you guys can raise up your hand now so I can unmute you and you can ask your own questions. I think I muted. Uh, I think Leon, your mic is muted. You can ask away. Leon, are you there? I think it's Itachi. You can ask away now. Right. I think there's a little bit of a network problem, so I think I'm gonna go to the comment section here on the Telegram.
Hello guys, how are you doing?
Hey, nice meeting you, buddy.
My question is, what makes your project different and similar than other projects in this space?
I think I mentioned it already that we are focusing a lot more on, rather than saying, oh, we are launching our own chain, everybody should join to us. We are building this for Web 2, existing communities, existing businesses, and they say, okay, we don't have anything, then all they have to use is use our platform and tools. We will go and we will build them for them, integrate with them, right? That's number one. Number two is our tokenomics is more designed for incentives based on the contributions you bring to the table rather than automatically start earning. So it's very sustainable. And those are really the key differentiators with us, is that it's just not a token where let's just build, bring community, rather than we are more focusing on solving real world problems. It's not a chain, it's more like a solutions. Think of that. In other words, each partner we bring in our ecosystem may have a different product end of the day, but if they need a blockchain, they need a tokenization, we are just going there and going as a support. Other products, L1, L2s, they don't care. Here's the blockchain, here's the product, you take it, you go and build it, right? And there's a lot of businesses out there, they can't do that. They can't afford that. They don't have the tech, they don't have the time. So we are focusing on a different niche market, if that makes sense. The best part with us is we are already starting with existing community. We are starting with millions of users already. We are not here saying, oh, we are starting a new project from scratch. When you think of any product they launch in crypto, what they do is they come up with the idea, they launch a token, they raise money, they build product, then they'll get users. We're almost other way around. We are going to the users first. Okay, oh, let's start with the users. Oh, we are building product for these users based on their problems. So we are building real solutions and real utility. And then everything falls because one of the biggest problem has been in crypto is that they're getting users, and there are so many products out there, there's so many chains, and there's so many limited users, and a lot of these don't really solve real world problems. They're like hundreds of chains doing same thing. Smart, okay, hold a smart, you can store a smart contract, sure, maybe they're a little bit different. So yeah, we are more focusing on solving business problems, and rather than just like any other project, like, oh, here's blockchain and store your data on it. We will have our chain as well. It's in our product pipeline, but it's going to be totally business focused, like what businesses need, rather than building a very generic blockchain, public blockchain. In other words, I'll give you an example. If a healthcare partner is joining us, they're going to use a totally different small side chain rather compared to a chain that is for other industry, because their need is different, their requirement is different. I hope this answers your question, Hitesh.
Yes, that's great. I wish you all success and good luck in your project, guys. Thank you for answering me on my question. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oscar, we taking more questions from the community? We good? Oscar, you there?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
I think my Telegram was glitching. Sorry about that. I unmuted. I muted Jace Norman. Jace, you can ask away now.
Hi guys, hope I'm audible.
Yes. Jace, we can hear you.
So my question is, as Sharp Economy scale in fast-moving crypto space, how do you ensure strong security, transparency, and community trust? Do you get my question?
Yeah. Strong security and community trust. The security, as I mentioned already, security is something. It's a part of the tech. It's part of the process, and companies have to go through that. We have experience. Our team is very strong. We have on our team people who've been industry security for, they work for cyber security. They work. We have on the team member who's 30 years experience doing security for banks, right? So banks and crypto is a little bit different, but and then communities. We have built a very strong community organically. I built myself C# Corner, millions of users community. We have good experience of how communities are built. It's not Community is not something you can just build overnight. It takes a lot of time. And being transparent is the key. Being transparent, and when you're building a community, the focus has to be the benefit of community members, not just for the company itself or the token itself, but also everybody who is involved in community. How are they getting benefit from it? And then all those things combined, I think we believe that we will build a strong community for Sharp Economy. And a lot of this is partnerships. We partner with also existing communities and bring the value to them. So I think some of this was already answered also earlier in this video. I don't want to repeat same thing again.
Yeah, thanks for the answer to my question. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your question, Chase. I think we're gonna go with the last person. I see. I think we got a question from Deb, and he asked a few questions. Mahek, I know you also talked about that also on the comment section. I'm just gonna pick one question and then we can call it a day. Uh, you said Sharp partnered with some powerful global events and innovators. So, what kind of future collaborations are you almost excited about and could elevate Sharp mission even more?
I think I'm very excited about the colleges and universities, and we have partnered with Hack India and several communities. There's so many people doing, and the reason colleges and universities are very important because that's where a lot of these ideas come from for younger generation. If we are building this for the younger generation, not only we get the ideas, we get community, we get these people involved, right? Because crypto is still a lot of tech people involved in it, right? When you look at the crypto landscape, who are building it, they're all tech people. So it also helps us build better product. As I mentioned in our hackathons, we get ideas. We also get builders from there. We also get the all these ideas for the merch and all that. So that part is I'm very we are very optimistic. It's growing. It's actually growth in that area was much faster and bigger than we expected. We start doing that in India last year, but now this year we are in coming 2026. We are a lot more focusing on the US as well, and then we will go in the Europe. First is I'm already actively I think we are talking to several university colleges in the US now. Yeah, so the answer to your question, that colleges, universities, and youth is the big area I'm super excited about.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I think this is gonna be the end of the session. Mahek, thank you once again for joining in. And before we round up for the session, is there like anything you would like to add? Maybe we didn't talk about during this during the questions, and maybe we didn't cover that up. Maybe you could just cover that up yourself as well.
No, I would just like everybody to welcome. First of all, thank you everybody for joining. I really appreciate it, and you for hosting it, Oscar. Would just want you to check out this what we are building. Read our website. We are still redoing almost every month. Just tell us what do you think. We are really looking for genuine feedback. What do you think is good idea, bad idea? We're always open. And also, if you do download the Sharp Rewards app and you tell us that you came from Chain Reach AMA, you'll get extra tokens rewarded for that. Maybe we can come up with we'll talk to you, Oscar, and you can announce in your community that anybody comes from this community can earn more token rewards. Yeah, I mean everything. I think we covered a lot already. You covered everything, to be honest.
Yeah, that's amazing. So that's a solid start for me, and thanks for sharing all the insights and future roadmaps and everything. I really appreciate it. So I think this is gonna be the end of the session, guys. Please don't forget to follow the socials. Don't forget to engage in the community. Don't forget to, and also grab a bag as well while you're at it. And we look forward to more collaborations ahead. Thank you once again, Mahek, for joining us. It's really a pleasure having you, CEO and founder of Sharp Economy, which is a really amazing project here in the space. And we are looking forward to more collaborations ahead. And have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you all.